doesn't help to beg either. No, you have to do something great for the treat. For example, staying still while mounting or walking nicely sideways. All that kind of stuff. In any case, don't crowd me and stay still. And halt and halt. You're a real character. Yeah, that's still not enough for treats. Today I'm really curious about Googie ultimately, or Googie and me, because I haven't sat on him for a good 2 weeks now for physical reasons, and I've actually been trying to find an alternative. And of course, to combine that with something positive, namely jumping, gymnastics, over jumps, just for Googie's balance. And we tried that 2 or 3 times. Yeah, and I'm just noticing bit by bit that there are some setbacks after all. With Googie, that he doesn't quite understand it all. And that's why, yeah, I'm just choosing this path, getting on him myself as long as I still can. But then, unfortunately, I have to take a forced break. And I hope that Vicky can then continue this a little bit under my guidance. Because with her, he actually goes quite well. Because, of course, she can't correct him like, say, for example, an adult or a trained rider. And now I'm actually quite, yeah, I'm just going to see what happens now. He just refused the last 2 times, as you can see. He kept stopping more and more often and couldn't be moved forward anymore. I just attributed it to incorrect aids, but it's really his work attitude. And it's always like this. When I move away, he really watches me, constantly checking, is this right? What's being done with me? And that is, of course, very difficult. And now I want to see first what's actually going on up here. Right, Googie, whether it's really because you just always want to have one rider or one horsewoman, whatever. And I'm really curious to see what happens next. Well done. Yes, good boy. Look, you're doing great. And you like it so much here, don't you? Oh, look, see, you really don't have to be so tense, do you? No, you truly don't at all, do you? That's nice. Great. Yes, for me, walk work is always very important. I always ride a lot at the walk because I can simply try out so many things right at the beginning during the walk work. Namely, whether I can move his pole loosely. That means I must be able to comfortably position him to the outside here without him pushing toward the track. So it also means he accepts my outside leg and drifts in. And I do exactly the same thing, of course, with a bit of inside flexion as well. This means he shouldn't drift toward the center, which he likes to do here, but should stay on the outside. Aha, fine, good boy. These are simply things that, if they don't work at the walk, won't really work at the trot or canter either, where momentum is added. So, and these are simply things that I always check for. Similarly, I don't want to have to drive every single step out here. I'd like him to maintain a certain tempo, a certain working walk, medium walk on his own. And here too, I always have to remind myself not to drive every step, but to just say, come on, move forward. Fine, then the overall picture might be lost for a moment until he's learned it. But he relaxes again too. So, and now he's walking diligently, and now I can tell him up here, come on, walk diligently. And yet I still want to be able to flex and bend you in both directions. And if he falls asleep like he is now, I'll just do it again. Fine, good boy. Then I praise him good like that. And so eventually he'll register this tempo or this basic walk simply as normal, and I won't have to drive him anymore. Right now he's a bit stiff on the inside rein. Fine. No, stay on the outside. So, and that naturally helps me with the flexion here if he's more sensitive to the inside leg. Good boy, great. Good, Mr. Googie. Yes, I'm actually quite positively surprised, at least regarding this beginning at the walk. Considering he hasn't done this for 14 days, he's actually cooperating super well. He's remembered it. Fine, great, super. And I think that's really great. So he really seems to be choosing his riders and the riding style a bit at the moment. And that's perfectly fine. He's supposed to be my horse. And so we both need to get along well together, right? There, he's a good boy. Look, let's try something else. Now, stepping up to the right hand is always very hard for him. Good. We haven't done this position yet either, have we? That was very good. So I'm just going to practice that for a bit, putting the hindquarters on the second track of the hoof. Good. I'll prepare it a little. That's it. See, he's working hard now. I could even start to collect him a bit more now. Good. That's it. So I'm easing in with my right hand here. Yeah, mentally punching myself in the left waist. Using my left leg more and collecting with the right hand. He doesn't know yet. Aha! Good. Well done. So that's the position for the leg yield. First, he has to figure out what he's even supposed to do. And once he does that, then I can ask for another step. Good, look, I'll set that up again. Right. I'm slowly establishing contact on the right here. Tightening my core, mentally punching myself in the left waist. Don't let the strides through. Driving with the left leg. Good. Well done. That's what I want. There. So, and when he does it without stress or tension, without fear, I can feel that up here. He's very unsure and blocking, even if you might not see it. As long as it doesn't work without fear, without tension, I won't ask for a second step, but rather praise him for making the start. Well done. Look, let's do that again. Right? Wait until the tension has gone out from there. Easing in on the right, positioning very slightly to the left, punching myself in the left waist. Good, look at that. So there's no tension now. So it's not perfect yet, but we have a few steps. Great job, super. So we're in position now. And I'll just see if we can get another step. Look there. Driving left with the left leg. Yes, to the right hand. Yes, exactly. So, and now I'll give him a little time. Great job. So, I'll just go ahead and keep the aid applied for now and let him try it out for a few steps to see how it feels. And whatever is correct, I'll praise that. So, let's do that again. Look at that. Yes, look at that. Great. So, yes, watch out, Googie. Come on, one more. So, yes. It's well done. So, and you shouldn't underestimate it. It's really hard abdominal training for the horses. This going sideways. It's about like if you had to do 50 sit-ups now in an untrained state. But I can tell you, you'll get the feeling that your abs are starting to burn as if someone lit a lighter inside you. So I'll do it again. Fine. So on the right rein, he's a bit too stiff for me here. I have to loosen him up a bit first. Fine. So come here, let's do it again, big guy. You're doing well. Yes, like that. So, and now I'll see how he... Yes, that was mean just now at the exit, right? Yes, I thought so. Come on, anyway. Yes. Fine. Come on, a bit more around. Yes, that's too much. Again. Come on. So, and now I'll just leave it like that until I hopefully have a correct result at the end of the side. And forward. So fine. Come on. Let's try. Yes, fine. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Come on. Come on, keep going. Come on. Yes, come on. Yes, super. Great job. He's good like that. So, and if that works reasonably well, then of course I'll also make sure to incorporate it elsewhere as well. So with Googie, the problem is ultimately the continuing forward because he always wants to stop whenever he's unsure. Fine, come on. That's too much. Yes, but you can see he wants to do everything. He's really trying everything to somehow find out what I want from him up here. Yes, you're doing well, Googie. You're doing very well. So it continues. So I'll just incorporate it everywhere. Great. So, and now he can't hold it anymore. And then you just notice that he's simply pushing his hindquarters ahead. So, and now the trick is simply to figure out when that point is reached so you can end the lesson before it happens. So that you can just finish with a positive feeling. Fine. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Well done. Great. Super. Good. Come on. You're doing great. And forward. Yes, come on. So just woke him up a little bit again. He's reacting really well to that. Super, my big boy. Great. Look, just let him go a bit longer for a moment, right? Yes. So, and now I'll start the whole thing on the other side as well. It might start exactly the same way as on the other side, initially just by standing still. This is something completely different, but it's actually Gookie's better side. Let's see. First, get the hindquarters around here. Hindquarters around, yes, exactly, right? Good. Come here, let's do it again. So nice. Good. So I'm sneaking in with my outside hand, my left hand, which is effectively my inside hand. I'm nudging my own right waist and using my right leg as well. So this is very, very difficult for him here. Yes, fine. Right, this is the side where he usually positions himself extremely inward and his hindquarters always drift inward too. And now, of course, that's very hard for him. Yes, come here, come on. So I'm letting him figure out what I want. I'm nagging him here with my right leg. Fine, good job. Once I get the result I want, I praise him. So look, once more. Right leg, left hand. I'm nudging into my right waist. He's not reacting. I'll do it a bit more firmly. Fine. He's reacting. Great. Right, yeah, now you're almost running away from me here, aren't you? So left hand, right leg. I'm nudging myself here. Yes, more right leg. Everything a bit stronger. Now he's curling up here, being stubborn. That's fine. Well done. So, and as long as it doesn't work that they yield to the leg and you can send the forehand and hindquarters wherever you want, it's relatively difficult to... There's the embankment. Something difficult to ride here, right? So look here. Left hand. Yes, that's a good boy. Very well done, and go ahead. Nice job, great work. Yes, yes, well done. So you can include that anywhere, not just on the long side, but just be flexible. Good boy, well done. That was really great. I am proud of you. That's a good boy. Yes, so, and what's really difficult is moving off the track because they love to stick to the rail. But I asked for that too. Super. Great job. That was really impressive. Super, I mean it. So, and these are all things you can wonderfully now he's thinking ahead, now he's doing something wrong. Here, come on, keep going, hop, hop, it's okay. So look at that, because Google always learns by heart. If I do the same thing 4 times, he thinks with every aid, oh, I see, yes, I'll do that. So that's why I always have to change things up a bit. Yes, good boy. Good boy, big guy. No, 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 keep going forward. You did well. You have to do it until the end, big guy. That's nice, great. Great. Yes, you're already thinking ahead, aren't you? He already knows exactly that I want something. And trot. Yes. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Well done. Great. So what I'm noticing now in the trot, since I haven't sat on him for so long, is that he's just not quite as flexible here in the pole anymore. But of course you can get that back quickly. And that I have no strength. Great. So nice. Yes, no, come on, move your hindquarters back. Good boy. That's it, you're doing so well. Keep going, you're doing amazing. And trot, great job. So. And there. Good boy, no, we just practiced that, I know. There, that's nice. Stay standing still like that too. Yes, that's nice. Come on and trot. Over there. Whoa, well done. And trot. So what's really pleasant to notice is that he actually doesn't pull himself out of it immediately anymore. He's still coming in a bit too tight, but that pulling up is actually almost gone now. Right, big guy? Come on, one more time. You did that very well. Whoa, that was really good. Well done. You did an excellent job. Really, that was impressive. Great work. Good. So I really hardly need any spurs at all here to actually get him moving forward. Not even from a halt. Whoa, that was really good. Well done, my big guy. Super job. There you go. Come here. Come on over here. After the trot, he's often a bit tense because he thinks, man, it's about to start again. Then I don't use that tension to go into a gallop, but I really wait until he's calm again, maybe do a bit of leg yielding, a short turn on the haunches, so that he just gets away from the idea of galloping or trotting. And when he's back with me, then I'll try it. Good. Good boy. Yeah, that was a bit of a surprise, I'm sorry. We'll do it better in a moment, right? Yes, we'll do it better in a moment. There, that's nice. So look, now let's not go to the track. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Let's not do that. Good, well done, great. That's a good boy. I'll show the way, it's over there. Good, that's it. And what we naturally have to keep practicing is simply the transition to the trot. He tends to curl up a bit there or just lifts himself back out again. It's always like that. You have to practice a bit to make sure you immediately give forward again with your hand as soon as the trot starts. Good. and deep down, and soft with the hand again, so that he's actually right back with you, just as you want him to be. Take your time, keep your hand gentle and steady, and notice how he responds, coming right back, staying close, and remaining calm with you. Well done. Good boy, Gusser. Yes, look at that. That's nice. Here, just stay here. So, and riding one-handed too, that's always a real test. Stay up here. That wasn't possible at all at first. He would have gone up like a giraffe. So, and for the rider themselves, it's also quite nice to see if you sit independently of the hand, if you take away that safety grip at the front to see if everything stays the same. Well done. So look, let's stretch him out once, okay? Let's do the other side one more time. Yes, that's nice. Great. Oh, come on, you know. We'll do the other side next time. Let's rather go back to the water, okay? I got on with mixed feelings, but there was absolutely no need for that. So Gooby did a really good job. Of course, I noticed that the things we really worked on, like being loose in the pole, aren't quite there right now. But he wasn't sluggish at all, and even the first time we trotted off, I could really feel his hindquarters. Yes, and what I also tried for the first time today is his new bit. I've wanted to move away from the full cheek snaffle for a while, but it wasn't possible until now because he always braced himself so much that you really couldn't steer him. And well, after Vicky had just sat on him 2 or 3 times, and we did a few exercises, I thought he's taken to it really well. I'll just give it a go. And I think he really likes it. So I can really tell now there's no bracing, there was no pulling against me. It was really nice. Right, Gooby? He was chewing quite contentedly.
And I'm going to keep going with that for now. The Farrier is here today. I'm really curious to see if there's any progress, if the hooves have improved or not. It's actually only been a very short time, but we'll see. One of the shoes came off again in between. It was nailed back on right away.
Because they're so narrow, they also look so long, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're already pointing forward like skis.
Yeah.
But I can't make them wider. I can't do that. It's just visual.
Is it possible in practice to encourage the hoof to grow out sideways over the shoe?
Not really.
No.
That's how it is and how it'll stay. We can only try to build up the heels a bit more to make it steeper.
Mm-hmm.
And then take some off the toes. Then it'll look like the hoof is a bit smaller.
Okay. All right then.
But we also have to be careful that he doesn't go lame, right?
Because I think he's been walking on these hooves for 9 years now.
Yeah, you can't change too much.
There, right? Yeah, when I went to get Google just now, he was lying in the sun again. It was also hard to motivate him to get up. And then he saw the Farrier's truck and thought, yay, I'm getting up.
There.
So, just quickly. It's a good thing the box with the bell boots arrived yesterday because I think
these
are pretty much done for. So that means at least 1 new pair today and probably another pair for tomorrow.
The trimmed foot and the...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it looks...
It's really small.
Yeah, it really makes a difference.
Such a huge horse, right? Yeah, they don't look nearly as long anymore, do they?
No.
Yeah, crazy. How are they in general? Compared to last time? Has anything improved yet?
Yes, they have grown a bit longer. We have some growth. We can work with that. That's why it looks a bit neater now.
Great. Nice. Yeah, I think that was the problem last time, that we couldn't take anything off.
No.
But then he actually has enormous growth.
Yeah, he has good growth, decent. But too much at the toes and too little at the heels.
Yeah.
Yes, the hooves have improved significantly. We were able to trim some off. We've made them a bit steeper. And he should probably roll over a bit better now and hopefully walk a bit better too. And we'll have to see how it goes at the next appointment, how much he's grown by then.